first to you, Dennis. What kind of research or preparation did you do to get into the role of Clarence?
Geez, man, I kind of just, shot from the hip. I mean, there's not too many factories that you could have gone to, and the set was so authentic that I like to think sometimes, and this sounds kind of crazy, but it's the way I work. I kind of channel when I go into work, and if the surroundings are supportive enough and authentic enough, you just kind of fall into it, and working with machines that you're not really doing anything with, you have to kind of massage your way through it, so to speak, and then just deal with everyone around you. And Eva, who was spectacular, was very, very helpful. She's got a love for actors that is unparalleled, and I enjoyed that part of it.
Matt, to you, what initially attracted you to the role of Lonnie?
I got to know Eva on a movie we had done before this, and she was prepping for directing. So I was sort of tracking, and she was sharing, pictures of sets and scripts and actors. So I was sort of aware of the project, but I wasn't a candidate for anything. And then when she had gotten into production, she texted me and she said, "You want to come out to Albuquerque and jump in as Lonnie?" And I said, "Yeah, I'd love to." So I was fortunate to have been friends with her before.
Dennis, back to you. Jesse Garcia obviously embodies Richard Montañez here. What was it like working with him and kind of crafting that role with him?
Oh man, that was a pure pleasure. We became really good friends, having worked on this movie, and I liked it. I mean, because there's a great give and take, and there's a vulnerability and a genuineness that he has, and we just sort of clicked, and it became kind of this, this back and forth. It's kind of like a tennis match, and then at times it just became we were on the same team, So it started off, batting the ball back and forth, and then all of a sudden, it was doubles, and we were on the same team, and there was a camaraderie there. I think that plays really well, really strongly.
Absolutely. Matt, back to you. You talk about working on a film with Eva, obviously as the actress. What's that kind of like with her, the director?
Well, she loves actors and she's really supportive of actors. So she wanted everything authentic, and she gets the concerns that actors have in any given moment. So it's very special to have someone who's an ally like that, that's directing. So it was really fun. And we even did, rehearsals and consultation with everything. And I got to sit in, like my first day I met Dennis, we were in Eva's kitchen. Jesse and Dennis were doing this heavy scene. They're trying to figure it out, like work it out. And it's the first time I met probably both of them. And I was struck by how Dennis just threw himself in right away. And he was like really emotional. And I'm not even in the scene, and I'm trying to not get emotional too. But it was a great invitation to like, oh, this is a good one. Everybody's just sort of like in it to win it, and actor friendly, if that makes sense. And it was all through Eva. She creates that environment.
Dennis, to you, obviously, with Clarence being a real person, how do you try to not pull from that and form your own version of the character?
I never knew Clarence, and I didn't know very much about him until I met Richard Montañez. He came to the set, and I said, "Whoa, he did what? He was this, he was that." I mean, it was, I mean, I didn't need a lot to figure out Clarence, because growing up a man of color, I know the drill. I knew exactly what was happening when I first met Jesse. You're going to be suspicious. I said, why is this kid talking to me? What do you want? Because I'm already bitter. I'm by myself most of the time. And then he told me something that really kind of blew my mind. He said he used to walk around in his smock. He used to have a 22 in his pocket. because he never knew who he was going to run into and what kind of situation he was going to find himself in, you know? And I think, and when I think about it, I said, you know, it's a good thing I didn't know that, because, you know, now I can just walk around and say, I would never have to touch my pocket. You know, I just sort of knew I had something, a backup, something that I could protect myself with. But that wasn't what the movie was about. You know, the movie is more lighthearted. And there was a little bit of the angst of having someone ingratiate themselves into your space, but he did it in such a cool and dare I say seductive way. I just said, you know what, this kid's all right. I'm going to help him out. You know, because then it became about kind of us against the world. And if I can help support this guy and get him where he needs to go, that's a win for me.
Absolutely. Final quick last question. Matt, first to you, then Dennis to you. Since the movie is about the potato chip, what is your favorite potato chip?
Well, it's a Cheeto, but
Cheeto.
it's a
Cheeto. It's a Flamin Hot cheese puff. First, I want to say, I think Lonnie probably walked around with a donut in his pocket, not a pistol. And my favorite, are we talking potato chip or snack food here?
Potato chip.
If you're going to go potato chip, I would probably, today, I'd go sour cream and onion.
Dennis?
You're saying no.
Yeah,
Both are saying no.
If I had,
There's no wrong, by the way, there's no wrong answer.
There really
fellas.
isn't.
no,
There
I
isn't.
mean,
Don't be shaking your head no at me, Dennis.
No. I'm just a Lay's potato chip guy. Plain Lay's potato chip.
Maybe a salt and vinegar.
Salt and vinegar is
Oh,
like
that's
top
good
tier.
too. That is good. But I like the basics.
Yeah.